Hello, in this video we're going to go over setup C for Click Clock Wood Early. So the beginning is the same. There's your coordinates, just like that. Full beak barge. After that, you can move when Banjo faces fully to his right. You're going to have to kill the raw guy if he's in the way. Go under the honeycomb if you can. The audio cue for this pause is after the 54th clock. If you count intervals of 10, that's easy to count to. And then the visual cue is just that little black smudge right there. So now, if you got setup C, you should be able to see this blue Jinjo is fully in the moss. It's kind of hard to see, but that's generally just what you should look for. And now here, setup C takes the longest for the camera to fix itself after like you unpause. So you can pretty much just beak barge right when you see Banjo after the camera's like done flipping. But it's the same concept. When Banjo faces fully to his right, that's when you can beak barge. Those are the coordinates. Your beak barge. Right when Banjo looks fully to his right, like right there, that's when you can do your next step. We're going to use the shock pad again. So hold A, don't touch anything until here. Now it's the same thing as setup B, where now you hold Z and hold straight left and don't let go of left. Banjo's going to do that little turn right there, right after. Just keep holding left, and once he does that turn, then you can let go of left and let go of Z. Then you can get into first person. There's your coordinates. Then you can get into first person and go straight right. Right here. So see this little big tree right here. This is a big V. I like to pause right after the middle of this goes off screen. So it's basically like right when this black dot goes off screen, or right when this is going off screen. But an easier cue while you're doing the twirly is to look at this vertex and pause right after it goes off screen. So as a frame early there. Right here is the pause screen. You want to look at the second honeycomb here, right? The top left of this honeycomb should be struck by the light spot of this tree. And that's how you know if you got that. Now, I'm not going to show the coordinates because we're going to do something similar to setup A, where we're going to get out of first person. Then as soon as we get out of first person, we're going to do a beak barge. And you can do your inputs for the beak barge like right after you press up C. So do that, do your beak barge right away. And while you're doing your beak barges, right after you do those inputs, mash C down. Mash C down so you change the camera to zoomed out, then zoomed in. And it should be like that. Stop mashing after you hear the second camera change. So now those are your coordinates. Now you're going to do one punch cancel. The same thing as setup A, where you look at the bottom right corner here. And it should be apparent when you do your punch cancel. There. It changed quite a bit. And there's your coordinates. Now what you're going to do is you're going to, again, similar to setup A, zoom out and then go into first person. So press down C, then up C right after. And it preps the camera for later. Now you're going to hold straight left. Now this pause is going to be pretty soon after you get into first person. Right when this V goes off screen, like right when the corner goes off screen, that's when you pause. So I was frame light there. It's the same as the last twirly in setup B. So that was a frame early, and here. So this is the right pause. It's the same thing as this last twirly in setup B. Look for the dark spot covering or hugging the right side of the egg. Once you got that, you know you got the punch. You know you got the twirly, the pause. So unpause. Now the camera should be still here. If you zoomed out before, if you went to medium zoom before you did that last twirly, the camera should be still. I like to look at the grass and like this little line over here. This is kind of a difficult one to see, but it's not too bad. Do one punch cancel, it should change quite a bit. And those are your coordinates. After every punch cancel, just so you know, you can move right when you land. After every punch cancel. For like everything, just so you know. Anyways, those are your coordinates. That's the angle from the last twirly. Now you're going to get into first person and twirl to the... Oh yeah. Similar to setup B, you're going to zoom out and then get into first person here. So I'll just show it again quickly. You're going to press down C, then up C right after. If you listen, you can hear it. Go to the left. It just preps the camera for later. Go to the left. So now this twirly, you're gonna pause right before this black splash goes off screen. So it's somewhat similar to setup A, but it's 1 frame later than setup A. So there, I was 1 frame late, and you can tell it's 1 frame late because this little hook here, this little slingshot cue, is touching the side of the screen. So that's how you know it's a setup. It's a frame late. So I go back to the right. Now, this is the correct frame. It's kind of difficult to tell. Personally, I like to look just at the side here. You should either almost be able to see the black splotch, or you should just barely be able to see it. And that's generally how I tell. But it depends on your TV, so you might not be able to see it. An easier setup is to look under the 2nd and 4th honeycomb. There should be like 2 little bubbles right under these honeycombs. And yeah, if you see both of those little bubbles, then that's how you know you got the pause. So then you can unpause. Now, you're gonna do 1 punch cancel. The camera should be set, should be fine. It might be moving a bit. Like, it might be moving sort of to the right. These pixels will be moving somewhat to the right, but when you punch cancel, the pixels will move to the left, kind of. But anyways, you could just wait till the camera sets. And then it should be really apparent with that change right there. Those were your coordinates. Into talent shot, go to the left. So right here, this big cross section here, this big V. Pause right before the middle goes off screen. So again, it's similar. It's probably like right at this black dot. That was 1 frame late. And right there. So this is the pause screen. Basically, this egg should be pretty much fully in the bright spot, except for maybe the top right might be touching a bit of the darker spot. But in general, the bottom here should be clear. It should be a clear bright spot all the way around it here. And you can unpause. It's this angle of 209, and you're in talent shot, so now it's an angle of 28 or 29. Now you're gonna do 3 punch cancels. So again, just do the first 2 with short hops, and then for everything after that, just do big jumps with your punch cancels until you're certain you either failed it or until you get the bit clip. So there, I failed the first one. There, I got one. I didn't get it. That one got it. So now I've finished 2 punch cancels. Now just do a big jump, beak bust at the peak of your jump, and you're done. So yeah, that should be setup C. That should be it for Click Clockwood Early. And I hope this helps, and I'll see you later.